Good evening. This is All India Radio, Kohima. I'm Katholina with the evening news. The headlines. Principal Director Dr. Vizolier Z. Shukriye perturbed over people's attitude towards COVID-19. COVID recovery rate in the country improves to 90.85%. Nagaland's COVID tally climbs to 8,824. And RBI asked lending institutions to implement waiver of interest on interest scheme. Principal Director of Health and Family Welfare Dr. Vizolier Z. Shukriye has expressed concern over the complacency in people's attitude towards COVID-19 following the Unlock 4 in the state. Addressing media persons in Kohima today, Dr. Shukriye said complacency has started to set in among the people where many have stopped wearing of masks and do not bother to follow social distancing. He said that the spike of positive cases has increased during the months of October and September, and with positive rate increasing from 10% to 15%. Also citing the increase of mortality and morbidity rate in the state, Dr. Shukriye observed that people are reporting to the health units very late, only when their health conditions worsen or with serious complaints. He therefore said early testing and early diagnosis is the best way to avoid any complications. He said early treatment can arrest complications. Dr. Shukriye also observed that people are reluctant to come forward in testing during contact tracing. Expressing his worrisome over the onset of winter flu season and festivity, he said flu infection along with COVID infection can lead to even more complications. Cautioning that large gatherings during festivity can lead to serious impact, Dr. Shukriye, however, said if SOPs are followed, one can avoid the spread of infection. Mission Director NHM Dr. Kevichosa Medukra said, our people have become complacent at the same time our health workers have become fatigued. He therefore said, unless the people are careful, our state will go into crisis. Deputy Director Dr. Kikamaran Longkumar stated that implementation of hand washing, wearing of masks and social distancing is a collective social responsibility, and it will work effective only when every citizen observes these 3 steps. He said following the 3 steps can prevent transmission as well as boost the economy. India has leaped across a significant milestone in its fight against COVID. The national recovery rate has increased to 90.85%, with an overall recovery of nearly 72,60,000 patients so far. The recovered cases in the country stand at nearly 12 times more than the active cases. Nearly 59,000 patients recovered and were discharged during the last 24 hours, whereas the new confirmed cases reported at the same time stood at nearly 44,000. The active case load of the country has fallen below 8%. The total positive cases in the country today stands at 6,10,803, which comprises merely 7.64% of the total reported cases. With a high number of COVID patients recovering every day, along with a steadily falling and sustained low mortality rate, India's trend of registering decreasing active cases continues. Nagaland reported 98 positive cases of COVID-19 today, including 114 recoveries. The total positive cases in the state stand at 8,824, while 6,869 persons have recovered from the infection. Health Minister S. Pangnupom in a tweet informed that 71 cases were detected from Dimapur, Kohima 13, Mon 5, Tuensang 3, Mokchung 3 and 1 each from Kifire, Wokha and Zunuboto. While 53 patients have recovered from Dimapur, 46 in Kohima, 13 from Tuensang and 2 from Mon, he added. In Mizoram, first case of casualty of COVID-19 is reported today. Officials said a 62-year-old infected person also suffering from comorbidities has succumbed to death this afternoon while being treated for the last 10 days. He was undergoing treatment in Zoram Medical College and Hospital in Aizawl. As of latest COVID-19 bulletin, 80 new cases of coronavirus infections were detected till last evening, bringing the total number of cases to 2,607. The official statement reports that 2,233 patients have so far been recovered. Presently, 373 infected persons are undergoing treatment. Meanwhile, with the surge of infections in last few days, the state government has declared lockdown in Aizawl municipal area. The lockdown in Aizawl city area began from yesterday and will remain in force till early morning of 3rd November. This news comes to you from All India Radio, Kohima. eSanjeevani, the Health Ministry's telemedicine initiative, has completed 6 lakh teleconsultations. It took only 15 days to complete the last 1 lakh consultations. In what can be seen as a big push for the Digital India initiative, the eSanjeevani digital platform has proved its usefulness and easy access for the caregivers and the medical community and those seeking healthcare services in times of COVID. Ministry of Health in a statement said that states like Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Gujarat run eSanjeevani OPD for 12 hours a day and 7 days a week. eSanjeevani is accessible to the population in 27 states and union territories across the country. The digital platform provides e-health services through more than 6,000 doctors, which man 217 online OPDs in patient-to-doctor telemedicine model. The Reserve Bank has asked all lending institutions to credit the interest waiver on loans up to 2 crore rupees for the 6 months moratorium period beginning March 1, 2020. In a notification issued yesterday, RBI advised lenders to take necessary action within the stipulated timeline. The government has asked banks to credit the amount to borrowers by 5th of November. As per the scheme, the lending institution shall credit the difference between compound interest and simple interest with regard to the eligible borrowers in respective accounts for the said period, irrespective of whether the borrower availed the moratorium on repayment of loan or not. Post-payment, lenders can claim the amount from the central government. The scheme will cover education, housing, automobile loans, MSME loans, personal loans to professionals, credit card dues, consumer durable loans, and consumption loans. The Noklak District Planning and Development Board, DPDB, held its first DPDB meeting yesterday at DC's Conference Hall, Noklak. Advisor and Chairman, DPDB Noklak, H. Haying, called upon the members to have a positive mindset for the development of the district. He said it is the responsibility of the officers in the departments for bringing all-round development and urged them to be in station. Haying also sought cooperation from all the members to work seriously for the upliftment of the district. Advisor El Kumo stated that DPDB is a platform to bring the problems and issues of the respective departments and to discuss and debate all developmental activities. Vice Chairman, DPDB and DC Noklak, Rennie Wilfred, said a well-formulated vision and good initiative for the new district are expected from all for the progress of the district. During the meeting, various projects were discussed and deliberated upon. The Director General of Civil Aviation today said international scheduled commercial passenger flights from India will remain suspended until 30th November. However, international cargo flights and passenger flights approved by the government will continue to remain operational. The civil aviation regulators said international scheduled flights may be allowed on selected routes on case-to-case basis. And as the nation fights COVID-19 pandemic, let us all remember to stay safe and protected by following these 3 simple steps: wear a face mask, wash hands frequently, and follow social distancing. To end the news, the headlines here again. Principal Director Dr. Vizoliya Z. Shukriye perturbed over people's attitude towards COVID-19. COVID recovery rate in the country improves to 90.85%. Nagaland's COVID-19 tally climbs to 8,824. And RBI asked lending institutions to implement waiver of interest on interest scheme. That's all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.